The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out.
The All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys.
Hello, welcome to episode 132 of All Seeing Guys, Rick and Joe. Hi, of course, and Greg, and I'm joined by this motherfucker.
Joe. It's
That's
Joe.
his fucking name.
It's Joe.
It's fucking Joe. We've all heard it. How you doing, Joe?
Yeah, man. Getting there. Surviving.
Looking well. I know.
thank you very
You're
much.
looking very well. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go back to work to drop off all the shit I was using when I was working from home.
all my shit.
Not literally, I'm just like walking,
Fuck you
doing
guys.
shit on the desk.
yeah.
Yeah, and someone said like, "Oh, you're looking well." I was just like, "Well, I guess so. If that's what you think."
Well, it could have been. Yeah. Thank you. You know, this is
Cheers.
lockdown bod. Luckily, it's not obese.
Lockdown. Yeah, it's the lockdown
You know?
diet.
You know, we all could have gone that way.
It's one
Now,
meal. It's one meal and half a bottle of whiskey a night.
Out of a formation, obviously, me, you, and Ed going into lockdown, we could. I reckon at the end of it, we all would have come out either all three of us a little bit podgy, or we would have come out all right. You know,
All right.
like, in terms of
Yeah.
like appearance,
Or-
no,
we would have been
lost
chubby, or nothing changed.
skinnier.
Nothing
Yeah,
changed.
well, nothing. No.
We maintained an average
towards
weight.
the end of lockdown, we all three of us had dropped a little bit of weight.
Oh yeah, I had a check.
Like
I'd
all three.
like half a stone or something like that.
God, you know, I've never checked my weight in. I can't remember. Maybe when I was a kid.
Wow,
I have
really?
no idea
Oh
what
mate,
I
going
feel.
on the scales is a good feeling sometimes.
I don't have a scale
Have you ever-
here, so I
you
don't
should,
even think about it.
I like doing it before and after a poo,
Oh wow, that's a good idea.
just to see how much like your shit weighs.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Yeah, maybe I'll get some scales. If I explain it to Lizzie like that, I'm sure she won't mind me buying spending some money.
It's a solid investment.
Some money I don't have on a pair of scales. But Lizzie, Joe checks himself before and after this shit. How can I not be doing the same? It's science when you think about it.
Yeah, but Greg, you'll be weighing yourself like 40 times a week. Like
It's true. It's true. It's true. If it would burn through those batteries.
Yeah.
I'd have to get an adapter.
It would just
for
like
it.
you'd step on it and it would just come up saying again.
Again, yeah. Starts printing out doctors' phone numbers. Or just any other diet.
Yeah. And
man.
and how are you yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right. I was saying to you before we hit record, the weeks are just going quick, man. Like, since being furloughed and just being at home with Indiana and basically just being, you know, stay-at-home dad full-time.
Super dad.
For the last like 2 months. I've loved it, but it has gone fucking quick.
Yeah.
Like quicker than anything I could have imagined how quick it's gone.
Yeah, it's
Like when I was furloughed, I was like, I'm furloughed next 2 months. Like this is like the longest holiday I've ever had from work. This is gonna be like eternity. And it's like I blinked and I'm like, oh my god. Those 2 months. That was 2 months. That was 2 months.
Yeah, man. It was like
that-
I think once.
like, does it seem right?
I mean, especially for you, because you were still sort of like working through it, and it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't really until recent that you got furloughed for it. So it's
What the
it's a
fuck
bit-
was that noise?
Oh, that was an incredibly obnoxious car going past.
That was fucking loud,
yeah,
man.
yeah. He's got a very small penis.
Fuck. Well, it makes a loud noise.
He's not driving his dick.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. But yeah, like you said, yeah, working through it and then going to just not working but still being at home. Yeah, it's gone. And I suppose all the days are very similar, so it does go
Yeah, you almost like pick
quick
up like a routine.
because they all
innit?
merge into one.
Yeah.
You know, this is like, if someone's like, "What did you do Tuesday?" I'd be like,
Well, it's like yesterday when we texted each other. You were just like, you texted
that
me, and
was
just like,
hilarious.
"Yo, we're all set for tomorrow," and I was like, "It's fucking a Thursday."
Yeah, that made me laugh. I text to confirm you were good to record today, which is Friday for you listeners.
Yeah.
At the time of recording, and you literally replied back, not even answering my question, just being like, "It's fucking Thursday today."
Man, it spun me out, dude. I thought we were on Wednesday. I don't know. I'm just assuming that I just slept for an entire day.
Could have happened.
Could have happened.
Would your mum wake you up if that happened though?
Yeah,
If
she'd probably
you-
be
if-
concerned. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Joe, like it's 4:00 in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
just checking you're still breathing.
I'm not even hearing your games machine going on. Your arcade.
Your console.
Your console. I actually couldn't. When I made the joke, there was like games machine. I genuinely at that moment could not remember Xbox. I was trying to think of Xbox. I couldn't think of it, so I actually just my brain just actually threw out games machine.
console.
That wasn't even me trying to be like
You really
funny.
are a fucking dad,
Game
aren't
machine.
you?
Yeah, ridiculous, isn't it? It's fucking ridiculous. Thing I use every fucking day. Fucking console. On that, actually talking about that, I did want to give a really quick, I know it's probably getting boring for some of you listeners, but a really quick Last of Us 2 update. So, everyone obviously bought this game when it came out who could, or like Joe, watched it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I've said this in the last 2 episodes, we've mentioned this bloody game. I don't get much time to play it. So everyone else I know who bought the game has already completed it. Like Ed's done it, like Lewis has done it, Gary's done it, I think Jason's done it. I'm like the last one. And I'm like, fuck, you've watched it.
Oh, you're the last of them.
So I'm the last of them on The Last of Us. The last of Greg. And the Greg of us. And, so I'm only playing it like when Lizzie goes to bed, so like 11:30 midnight.
Yeah.
And I'm like falling asleep playing it. But I've now got to the point, I'm actually quite far into it now. I'm probably coming up to the end. But I'm now in the part of the game that everyone got pissed off about when it switches from Ellie to Abby. So now I'm playing as a different character and seeing it from her point of view.
I really had to like keep my mouth shut in that bit because I'd like before you guys had even started playing it, I'd already watched the whole fucking thing. And I was just like, I really can't fucking say anything. Like, this is gonna be really fucking difficult. And obviously, like, especially with like spoiler alert, the whole fucking Joel death scene and shit. Like, when Ed just asked me, I was just like, "Oh, do you play as Joel?" I was just like, "Yeah."
You do a little bit in the flashback.
Yeah,
Don't you?
you do play a little bit. Technically, I wasn't lying. But
yeah.
I really didn't want to give anything away. I was like, yeah, just like, don't cling on to Joel too much.
Yeah, no, I when it got to the Abby bit, I was like, yeah, fucking loved it. Like, I'm really enjoying the Abby story.
Yeah.
Like, I needed it, man. The
But
ending
then,
was
like,
too
just
deep, too dark. Like, I know this is going to get
single white
dark.
males fucking ruined it and started threatening the fucking actresses.
And like a kid and stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, man, they're fucking
Just
moronic.
because they didn't like the way the story was going. They were so outraged. So the fandom, everyone was outraged by how the story in Last of Us 2 was going. So they started sending like death threats to the actresses who voices like the characters in it. And it's like fucking, it's insane.
Idiot.
Insane.
It's so fucking gay. It's one of the gayest fucking things I've ever heard.
And you know what? It wasn't. You know what's really? It wasn't till that was mentioned that I read that I was like, you know what? I never really thought about it before. You're playing two women.
Yeah.
One woman is like pretty fucked up. She's gay. She's kind of confused.
That's not why she's fucked up. That's not why she's fucked up.
No, that's not why she's fucked up. She's gone through some horrible trauma in her life.
But also, like, lived. She only knows this.
Yeah.
This.
You know,
she only knows the
world she's in.
Yeah, she doesn't know about like the before fucking infection.
The ancient world. So like, and you play as her, and then you play as Abby, who's like fucking built, fucking
Brick shit
muscly, fucking. She looks like that fucking the actress / UFC player. Fucking what's her name? Player. UFC
Ronda
player.
Rousey. She does look a bit like Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. She looks like Ronda Rousey proper.
She reminds me of the scene in what is it? The Batman the Rise of Dark Knight Rises. When he's in the prison just doing fucking bare sit-ups.
Yeah.
She's basically that, but for the entire game. She's just like...
Yeah, man.
She's been through some shit, and to get over it, just did like 8,000 fucking sit-ups.
And they've got all the details. She's got hairy armpits and stuff. Like, you definitely would. Like, if you were... you definitely have hairy armpits. Like, and it's just like... And I didn't really think about it until people started complaining about that stuff. And I was just like... I didn't even think about the fact that I wasn't playing a male through most of this, or the story switched to another woman who was not Ellie but someone else. No, it didn't. I play Tomb Raider a lot. I don't mind. I don't understand what the problem is. Like,
yeah, because you're not like a man that's scared that he's being emasculated. Like, you're not.
And like, oh man, I welcome it. It's fine. I know there's a lot of chicks up there and kick my fucking ass. Even saying chicks contradicts the point I'm trying to make right now.
Yeah, but it rhymes with kicks, so it's kind of
I think that's how it came out. Anyway, I'm really enjoying playing the Abby story, and it annoys me that people are so outraged by it. So I wasn't sure what to expect, and I've got to it, and I'm actually enjoying her story. I think more than Ellie's at the moment.
Well, as I said, like I was like when it got to that bit from me watching it, and I was just like, oh shit, you're playing as her now, and I was like, I can't fucking watch this. Like, fuck this bitch. Like, she fucking killed Joel and shit.
Yeah,
but then like as you play on, you're just like, this is actually all right, you know.
yeah, it's good.
And then it's sort of really like good. It makes you think about it makes you think about what Joel did. Are they really angry at him for how the last one ended, or what happened at the end of the first one? Yeah. Or did he do something else? But it just gives you the whole sort of point of view of like they're like from a different perspective of what's going on in
100%. Yeah, really good. It's good storytelling. It's really good storytelling. I am getting more and more nervous about how it's going to end. I've done really well to avoid spoilers. I did see a still image. I did see a still image that fucked bits up for me that haven't happened yet.
Oh, so what would you see?
I saw like the characters back at the girl, the pregnant girl that's seeing Ellie. I saw a still of her shot on the floor. I saw someone else in there, and I was like, oh shit, fuck.
I have to rewatch it. I can't remember that.
Or maybe it wasn't real. But anyway, I know some shit's going to go down. I did watch a review, because after I got to the Abby story, I was like, I wanted to see what people were annoyed about. So I watched a couple of reviews that didn't go too spoiler heavy, because I'm far enough now. And then I watched Angry Joe. Do you ever heard of this guy, Angry Joe Reviews?
Is that I feel like I should be subbing that person.
He's very, very big on fucking YouTube with like his reviews, and he just basically gets angry unless he likes them. So he loved Last of Us, the first one. He adored that game, and then he hated the second one. And like I watched a bit of his review, and he's just like shouting at the camera, and it's just like they took away the characters I like, they ruined the relationship, they brought in this new character we don't even care about, like really angry about it all. And then it cut to like a live stream of him playing it when you cut to Abby, and he literally is just like, what? Oh, you mean to tell me you've got to play as Abby again? Like it really angry and upset about it. And I was just like, oh, that's what they're annoyed about. Well, that's fine. Like,
you're
annoyed. If the annoyance is you're changing character.
It was it just seemed like such an overreaction. Just a huge fucking overreaction for it, I thought. It doesn't ruin the fucking game, but...
Well, you know what? Controversy actually isn't a bad thing at the end of the day for a game like that. Like, a lot of games...
Well, I mean, apart from, like, people threatening your life.
Yeah, but like as a whole, the game sales as a whole, it's probably actually done very, very well.
Oh yeah,
and I've not actually met or spoken to people I know in my circle of friends and life who haven't liked it.
Yeah.
In fact, people I know who have it were like, "Oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. I've heard a few things. It sounds pretty bad. I'm going to wait to get it because it go to this cheaper." And I'm like, "Oh no, I've got it. It's really good." They've gone and got it and obviously completed it before me and be like, "Yeah, it was really good." Like everyone though who was like read all the shit online and was apprehensive about it has actually loved it when they played it.
I think it's you can't always trust a review, can you?
That's fucking right. Even ones about crisps. Also, we'll talk. My crisp reviews quickly that I'm doing on
a segue
on my Instagram with Indiana, Greg in Indiana eats and things. I want to shout out Chewy Backer and Crisp Corner. They're fucking good review pages. Be very nice. They welcome me into the crisp review world. Very nice.
Chewy Backer.
Yeah, it's good, man. His logo is like Chewbacca, obviously, like a cartoon Chewbacca. And Crisp Corner are pretty good. They're the only ones that are followed by Walkers.
Wow.
Walker's Instagram follows them back. And very welcoming. We've been having nice conversations in the inbox of Instagram behind the crisp review curtain.
See, this is why this sort of thing for you could work, because you're good at talking to people. I just fucking hate it.
I don't always enjoy it. I never initiate it. If someone messages me, I will reply nicely, and then conversation ensues. Fun. Not. We don't even do small talk. It's only usually a handful of messages.
Yeah.
Just usually being like, "Yo, man, your shit's cool." have you tried these? In fact, they've all been about crisps. The conversations have been about crisps, so I can talk about crisps. Like, you could talk about fucking crisps. Someone's like, yo, have you tried these? You answer yes or no.
Here you go. Yes, I've tried these.
What flavour are those ones?
Smoky chili chicken.
So they're the McCoy's Muchos. I can't remember if they're the ones I reviewed or not, if I did the other flavour.
I think you did chicken, you know. Because wasn't there some sort... I swear there was like a joke or something that was said in it. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of a different...
Maybe. I'm quite a hoot.
Thinking of a different time.
Oh, well, you've been watching other crisp reviews. I did have a... They reviewed a crisp I was actually going to tell you about, because I'm like, oh, I kind of want to try this, but it might be a podcast one. Crisp Corner. So they reviewed the Fire Eaters, which are actually made by Seabrook Crisps.
Fire Eaters?
Like Seabrook. And like, they're good crisps, man. You can get those. They're like Poundland crisps, but they're really good. They remind me of... Do you remember Frisps with an F? Frisps. Do you remember those?
No.
Really? They were like cheap crisps when I was a kid.
Frisps?
Yeah, man, the ready salted on those was fucking amazing. Anyway, I digress. They got Fire Eaters, Scorching Hot. It has a warning on it. Extreme Heat. Trinidad Scorpion Chili flavour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chilies on the front of the packet.
Oh, well, you know that means business.
And they struggled a little bit with it. Like, they found it quite hot. Like, they were a bit just like...
Yeah, they look like they're not enjoying that.
they struggled a bit. They still ate a few. I think they actually quite like. I should have checked what they get.
I told you about the hottest crisp, and it literally you can only purchase like one of them. And it
yes,
comes
you
in
did tell me about that.
Like
they gave it 5 out of 10 was a review for those. Sorry, 5 out of 10.
It's not bad.
Just because of the
like this fire. I saw a thing recently. It was like an old clip on This Morning of like Philip Schofield eating it, and he does it. And, like, you know, because it's like this whole challenge thing is just, like, eat the crisp and just withstand from eating milk for 3 minutes.
Right.
Like, 3 minutes, not bad, but it's a fucking hot crisp.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah, it's a really
if your mouth's burning.
Crisp. But he's, like, stupid bastard, Schofield, just keeps doing it. He goes, like, 20 minutes without having a bit of, like, milk or anything at all and just fucks his system up. Like, you just see him, he's just like...
And then he turned gay.
You sit in, like... he turned gay. He was just like... I like dick.
Doesn't burn.
Yeah. This is the hottest thing that's been in my mouth, apart from Simon last night. Am I right?
Go on, Philip Schofield. Go on,
yeah.
Philip.
So he's like, he does it in that, and then he's like, afterwards, he's just like, oh, I really don't feel it. And he's just like, then like, they're trying to like continue presenting the show, and he's just like, I'm gonna have to go to the dressing room, and he just like, and like potentially throw up because he's just completely ruined his insides, like. So I'm going to try and find this. I'm going to try and locate it. I'm going to try and purchase it. And then you in Indiana can do it.
I saw on that
basically one of two things will happen. It will intensely hurt you both, or she'll turn into like Johnny Flame from like the Fantastic Four.
Good reference in there, Joe. Good reference in. My hard work is paying off.
Also, why is Captain America playing Johnny Flame?
Yeah, old school, different universe.
Yeah, old school,
yeah, old school, bruv, old school, mate. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you, bruv?
We've we're continuing our journey through the Marvel. We're up to Doctor Strange already.
Oh, you've seen Doctor Strange before, haven't you?
Yeah, but I enjoy it. It's a good one.
Yeah,
watched
it is good. Oh, did you?
Yeah, we watched it. Yeah, it's just like it was. I mean, it was amusing, but it's like
it's quite fun. I think it's fun. I like this scene when he keeps going underground to meet the ants and then freaking out and just like blowing up through the fucking lawn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like that scene's good, man. I like that scene. With Indiana, because she uses a giant man technically, but the Ant-Man Funko Pop is what she rests her phone against when she has her dinner at the table, so she can just watch her YouTube videos and eat her dinner. And she's always like, Ant-Man. So she asked to see what Ant-Man was one day. So that's the first thing I showed her was that clip of him being on the ground with the ants and then keep blowing up and bursting through the lawn. She liked it very much.
We're also compiling a list of boring like female casted members.
Stories Greg can tell. Oh, okay.
So it's like your Natalie Portman.
Boring. She's coming back for the next fucking 4 film.
Great. I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, to be fair, she wasn't given much to work with. She's a very good actress.
Yeah,
she's a very good actress.
Great in Leon.
But I suppose the
20
point,
years.
I suppose the list you're actually compiling, perhaps, is just
It's not so much they're not.
dispensable, badly written characters.
Yeah. It's basically the love interest of any of the films.
Yeah.
Apart from
okay,
Penny. Penny is all right so far.
Okay.
But yeah, Natalie Portman's on there. I believe we even put like, although she's in The Wasp, like Evangeline Lilly in there. She's on there.
Yeah.
Didn't really enjoy her.
She's pretty big. She's big in the Wasp film, and she's in the end of Endgame. She's quite big. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the other ones I can't even remember. So,
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Waitress in Avengers.
I can't remember. There was like 2 others, and I can't even fucking remember them.
I actually tried to watch last night. Have you seen on Netflix The Old Guard? The fucking Charlie Theron fucking, how you even say her name? Her new film.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's on Netflix. If you ever log on Netflix, you will get it advertised the fuck in your face. It's called The Old Guard. One of their films.
The fuck in your face.
Look, I quite like the trailer. I was a bit worried by the music used in the trailer. I was like, it's going to be shit music in this film. But they're essentially like some fucking like assassin fucking squad who just can't die, and they've been alive for like.
Oh yeah, it's all based in England or something, isn't it?
There's a little bit in England, not much, but they're all around the world. Edward hates it; it's all through Europe, and they basically can't die. They've been alive since like the Crusade, so they have like guns and shit. But they also have like their cool fucking knight swords and shit. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a watch. It's based on quite a popular graphic novel, and I watched it. And Lizzie was from the beginning was like, "How long is this?" I'm like, "Do you want me to turn it off?" And she's like, "Nah, it's fine. I'm going to use the laptop anyway." She's like, "I'm going to use the laptop anyway." I was like, "Okay." And I watched it, and it was like 2 hours, 5 minutes or some shit. And I was just like, okay, yeah, it's all fun. Yeah, they can't die. Cool. Yeah, they can't die. Spoilers. Can't die. Oh, a few of them have died. Okay, that's weird. I didn't
think that was possible.
And then just like, I just can't. And the music was fucking so shit in it, to the point where I was like, oh, God, it's stressing me out that all these shit songs are popping up. And then I just stopped caring, and I've never done this really, not for years. I turned it off probably like an hour and a bit in.
Wow.
Like over the halfway mark. I didn't even commit to the end. I turned it off.
Wow.
I was so bored. And that's very unlike me.
Yeah,
the fight scenes were cool.
You'll sit it out. You'll ride it.
I wanted to see the story of their meeting in the Crusades. That's a film I'd fucking want to see.
You have to wait for the prequel, mate.
They showed really brief flashbacks and not enough to like, wet my whistle and keep me invested.
Wet your whistle? My whistle is not wet for this film.
I feel I'm babbling a bit now, so maybe it's time to move into Geezedrops.
Yeah, go on then.
And of course, we get snippets of overheard conversations. We hear them, you hear them, and we talk about them on the podcast. Geezedrops.
Geezedrops. Having a listen.
I've forgotten what the fucking... I've forgotten what the music is for Geezedropping. That's how long it's been since I heard it last.
Wow, fucking hell.
Can't remember what it sounds like.
At least it shows Joe's not sitting around listening to his own podcast a lot.
No, I swear. So I'm a humble person, Greg. If it's, I don't need to listen to myself talk bollocks. That's for you, the listeners.
Sam has given us some Geezedrops he heard in his commute once again. Thank you so much, Sam. And I've got a Geezedrop from the park, which is pretty much a Geezedrop phone call. But let's start with Sam's. Now, Sam as always, picks up some blinders on his commute up north.
The trains. The trains up north are just fucking jammed full of geese.
I like the idea of a boyfriend, but in practice, it's just not for me.
Is that a bloke?
I don't know. He didn't specify. You know what? Fair play to him. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But I love the idea. I love the way. I love the words that are used.
Yeah.
I like it doesn't even say a boyfriend. It actually says I like the idea of boyfriend.
That is like one step away. That is one step away from referring to your boyfriend as a concept.
This is my concept partner.
Yeah.
Yes, we're together, and we make kitchens.
But we don't title it.
And we design kitchens.
We don't really put a title on it.
No, this is my Steve. Do you mind if I said mine? Sorry, that was being sensitive.
This is an acquaintance of mine who has seen me with no clothes on.
This is my orgasm maker.
I'd take that.
Sometimes.
No, mate, I'd take that. I'd take that title.
Did you?
It put my mind at ease and just like, well, at least I give them orgasms.
Or I just had this I had this random thought in my head of just like meeting you at a party and like you introducing yourself and just being like, "Hi, I'm Joe. I can make you orgasm."
It's like,
I know what you're thinking. Yes, I can make you come. Anyway, my name's Joe. I'll be over here at the bar.
It's like instead of just like Conan the Barbarian, it's Joe the orgasm maker.
Just brush past people.
And the poster is him like with his sword, but instead of a sword, it's like a massive vibrator.
Of course, yeah.
And then a loincloth.
And at the end, you have to fight a massive vibrator.
I don't need you.
It's like the end of Wild West, but instead of that mechanical spider, it's a massive like vibrator spider.
My sworn enemy is sex toys because I don't need them.
No, you have a penis.
Got hands. Oh right, yeah, penis, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you should play with sex toys. They don't even have to be sex toys; just toys in general will do the job. Right.
No, I've never experienced a sex toy.
Oh man, things you can do with a Grant figure from Jurassic Park is amazing. Any toy will do, mate. Any toy will do. Next ski shot.
Life finds a way, eh?
Next ski shot from Sam. I don't know how you'll feel about this comment, but I don't like Harry Potter. His last words before he was murdered by his friend.
Before being consumed by Dementors.
I also don't really care for Harry Potter. I've not watched it. I've been people tried to make me watch it, and I've been like, I don't care.
It's one of those things where it's like if you're forced to do it, it's going to make you hate it more.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. To be
but
fair.
I had never read the books, but I think I've seen all the films.
Because I remember my whole time working in retail, there was like two camps when it came to this. There was the Harry Potter camp and the Lord of the Rings camp. And the Lord of the Rings camp was pretty much just me and Lee. And then, but you know,
also,
give it time. Give it time. I got everyone on side eventually just by telling them to go watch it. And they're like, "Oh, do you know what? It was like Harry Potter, but way better." I'm like, exactly.
But it doesn't have to be like a divide, does it? You can like both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What lives were lost during that battle? Another geezer from Sam.
He's been busy.
I had so many friends in primary school, but a lot of them then didn't work out. And now Sam specified that he doesn't think she meant workouts and go to the gym, just the friendship didn't work out.
But they didn't work out. That's why she isn't friends with them anymore. Yeah, they don't go to the gym. They're not my kind of people.
They didn't work out.
They've got 6% body fat. It's not my person.
So, my geese job. So, parks
the
closed.
The trays are out the way.
Parks closed through lockdown, of course, so I can't take Indiana.
What part?
There's a park around the corner from us. Like the playground park with the swings and stuff.
Yeah.
They were closed. They reopened recently. She's been desperate to go for months. She was staying with Lizzie's parents for that. She was with, so we were going to take her to the park. I confused myself. She was going to go to the park. Took her to the park. They were closed for refurbishment. So all of the parks had opened, but Indiana's one wasn't open yet. It was being redone, and she was fucking distraught. Like she was like crying her eyes out, like screaming. She was so excited for the park, and we told her it was open. Got there after months, and it was closed, and she was distraught. And there weren't any enough at that time to go to, so we went back home. And I was like, God, I've got to get her to a park. Where can I take her? And I was like, there's actually one down there's a pub nearby, and I know there's like a nice little walk. In fact, it's actually part of the woods me, you, and Ed walked in. Oh. But then you cross the road into some smaller woods, cross the road, and the hot path continues. If I walked all the way through it, I'd actually come out not far from Tolworth Tower, on Tolworth.
Blimey, that's quite a big park.
Yeah, so it's more of a walk, but there's a kids' play area there. And I was just like, right, okay, I'm taking Jeddah there. Get there, and I'm like, right, a few mums around, but it's fairly quiet. It backs onto a few like flats, and there's other buildings around. So a bit of I've never really been there too much, and I'm very aware there's just a lot of kids around. I mean, like from ages like 11 to like 14, and they're all sitting under trees across like the walk from the park by the river, under the shadow of these trees that go along the bank, and they're like just all like grinding each other and gyrating. It's all a bit sexual. They're like they're all sitting on like the boyfriend's laps and like grinding their hips and like kissing. And there was a woman. It was funny. I saw. You know what?
Puts that sort of thing to a stop. Public masturbation.
Yeah, I didn't want to get Indiana kicked out of the park though. But then, mate, I literally saw this woman who worked in the pub nearby. She walked down on the phone and she went into the little spot under this tree to have a cigarette and I was chatting on the phone. And you literally saw like four of these kids go in behind her and sit near her. And she came walking out. There's her face of just like, oh god,
fucking kids.
That was my cigarette spot on my
yeah.
Fucking.
I can understand that pain when you go like everyone's got a cigarette spot at work, and if someone's there, it's a fucking piss take.
Yeah. And she was like, fuck's sake, showing up here gyrating. Anyway, two of them. There was a boy and a girl. Must have been I'm going to say probably 12 and 13, maybe.
Jesus Christ!
I saw them riding around and sharing a bike, and they showed up. And they came into the park. It was just me and Indiana in the park at this point. They came into the park and they sat in this tunnel that you can kind of crawl through. And if you climb over the tunnel, it's like the top that you go down the slide on. So me and Indiana are on top, she's going down the slide, and there's this little tunnel beneath us, these two kids. And I hear them chatting away, and this isn't, strangely enough, what I'm about to say isn't even the Geezedrop that I have written down. But thinking about it, it should be. I heard the girl say to the boy, "Oh, come on, just let me suck your dick."
No, you fucking didn't.
And he was just like, "No, we're in a park. No, we're outside." Just,
oh mate, I tell you
looking.
what, when he's about 4 years older now, he's going to be like, "Oh, I should have already taken that option."
I was just like, Indiana, let's move over here. She kept walking over towards them because you see their legs poking out. She's like, "Oh, there's people there. I want to play with them." I'm like, "No,
you fucking don't."
Anyway, the Geezedrop I have ensued when the girl in question pulled out her phone and rang her mother.
Is this the girl who was in the pub having a fag, or the one, or a different girl?
No, this is the two kids sat in the tunnel.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry, yes.
Yeah, these are like
Please continue.
Like a 12 and 13 boy and girl sat in this little tunnel.
Mate, 12 and 14, and they're
fucking... No, 12 and 13, I reckon 12 to 13 they were in age.
And they're still, oh man, what the fuck has happened?
Yeah. Maybe I haven't told the story very well because I thought that part had landed already.
You said it, but I just didn't. It didn't fucking resonate.
I am in a bit of a rambly mood today. I've had a couple of beers. I'm a bit of a rambly mood.
It didn't resonate with me, and now I'm just like, fucking hell, man.
Anyway, the girl pulls out a phone, and I hear her literally being like, "Tell Summer to stop texting me, or I come home and slap her." Mum, tell her to stop. She's saying she's going to kill Freddie only because her boyfriend isn't talking to her. Freddie ain't done nothing. And Summer is starting just because her man ain't chatting to her. And my man is chatting to me. Call her and tell her to stop texting or I'll go to Jack's and I'll punch her. And I could literally, all through that, I could hear the mum. I could hear the mum on the phone talking back, being like, come on. She's only protecting you. She's going about it the wrong way. She's just looking out for you. I'm like, how old is this woman that the other sister they're talking? How old is?
Could you imagine being that mum and just being like, I can't believe I'm having to deal with this?
The mum actually sounded quite reasonable.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be fucking like, man? If I had like a 12 or 13-year-old and they had a boyfriend and. I mean, B also just trying to
obviously the sister Summer is texting this girl moaning about her boyfriend Freddie, who Freddie is the guy sat with her in the tunnel.
And Summer wishes to do pain or unpleasant things to Freddie because her own boy. Man, I want to. How old was Summer?
That's what I want to know.
Well, anyway, older. I'm thinking maybe younger because that's like. I don't know.
I don't know. But the fact that she's like, Summer's only annoyed because her man ain't chatting to her.
Her man
ain't chatting shit. Anyway, it doesn't end there.
Oh fucking okay! Please continue.
How about this for a fucking?
This is great.
Twist?
This is a Geezedrop, and this is also like fucking agony on at the same time.
How about this for a fucking plot twist? About 10 minutes later, Freddie phoned the mum.
No.
Freddie phoned the mum and literally was like, "Hi, it's Freddie. I just wanted to explain to you that nothing has happened, I swear, and I'm not a monster." And this kid's like 11. And she's like, "Okay,
Freddie!
I appreciate you calling, Freddie. It's nice to finally talk to you." Like, it's like a daughter's boy.
Man,
like,
Freddie is a gem, mate. Although, potentially, I believe he is what is commonly or currently referred to as a simp. I'm not too sure. I don't know.
What does that mean?
It's mate. I've been seeing this shit going around. Basically, it's this This is what kids are referring to boys that do the extra effort to impress a girl and get nothing in return. You're a simp.
Like a simp
thingy. I don't know. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that sounds fucking stupid. That was it. And that I kind of left them to it after that. Every time we walked past them, I heard the girl be like, "Oh, look how cute she is," to Indiana. That's pretty much it. It was but we had a nice time in the park. Just round up, and they have a zip line, so I got to go on that on my own.
On my own. Where was Indiana at this point?
Indiana, I had her stood at the beginning bit. I was like,
it's just like, you've got to catch me.
I'm just saying, you wait here. I'll show you how it works. Let me show you how it works.
Nice. That's good parenting, that one. I'll show you how it works.
And then I got on it. There I am. There I am on the zip line. I then walked Indiana on it. She sat on it, and I kind of walked it along.
Yeah.
When it hit the end and it jolted, she fell off and hit her bloody chin on it. And I'm like staring at it. She's going to cry. She's going to cry. She's going to cry. She's going to cry. And she got up and she walked a few steps. I was like, oh, thank God. And then she just went,
Sometimes kids have like a 5-4 second delay, you know?
Yeah. And you got to try and act like it's all cool, like, you know.
Yeah.
Really, when you be like, oh my God, are you okay? But you got to be just like, oh,
sometimes that can instigate you though, isn't it? Like, I've seen some shit where it was just like, I saw this video.
Seen some shit, man.
No, I saw this video, right, and it was like a mum holding like a 1-year-old kid, holding it like that, but she sort of like bangs. She bangs on this like wooden pillar or something, like she just like knocks it. And then goes, oh, no, like trying to like make the kid think that he's hit his head. And the kid just starts fucking crying.
Yeah, oh, right. Okay, yeah, well, it's the tone of your voice, it's the panic in your voice.
So that's it, right? Yeah. So it's
100%.
just like, if you got it, you'll just be like, you can't just be like, oh my God, are you all right? Because that's going to set the kid off.
Upsets them. Yeah, it does upset them. Yeah. 100%. Like if Indiana's about to like drop something because or break something or something's going to happen, right? And so if I don't react, if I react instantly and I'm just like, whoa, she will cry because she knows I'm panicking. Whoa, and she will start crying. Like, and it's just like, oh no, everything's fine actually. That was fine. Daddy just shouted whoa for no reason.
Just impersonating his dog.
He's a fucking madman, isn't he? Fucking madman.
He's a maniac. Well, I'm going to go come hang out in Chessington a bit more often.
I told Lizzie this. She said, I don't think you should go back to that park because it's going to be half term soon. It's going to be even worse. I'm like, I know.
Fucking like Roman orgy in there.
I know. And getting in Jenna out of that park, we were there like 2 hours or something, man. And like leaving, she's at a fucking meltdown. Like carry all the way home. And it's a long walk when you're carrying a fucking 2.5-year-old. Fuck.
Yeah, of course.
I was just like, oh, God. Got home. She's like, come on, let's go play in the trampoline. I'm like, fucking no. Just give me like 5 minutes to sit down and please. I've just carried you all the way fucking home. You go get it bouncy for me. I'll meet you there.
You get it bouncy. You warm it up for me.
You warm up the trampoline for me. I'll come along in a fucking
I'll
minute.
be laying underneath it in the shade.
So, I don't know if you saw this in the news, but obviously 2012 has been shaping up to be a very memorable year.
2012?
Oh, fucking hell, why did that happen? 2020 has been shaping up to be a very memorable year, and we've still got the rest of the year to go.
Yeah.
Will it turn around before the end of the year, or will it get even more fucking crazier?
I don't know. I think there's some elements because there was the things like murder hornets and all this stupid shit that no one really
mega rats.
Yeah, like some of it's just sort of a bit of a hype train, isn't it? Like, it doesn't. It's nothing. Certain things didn't really happen, but everyone's just like acting like it did fucking happen. Haven't seen a fucking murder hornet at all. Haven't seen like an oversized fucking wasp.
As this one happened, dangerous raccoon dogs spotted in Britain as public urged not to approach them.
Fuck's sake.
People in Wales are alarmed as the evasive and extremely smelly beasts
who gives a shit about Wales?
Roaming around the wild. The creatures previously placed a village in England under siege, terrorising locals and attacking their animals. Potentially dangerous and invasive wild species normally found in East Asia is roaming the UK countryside. Rural people are alarmed at warnings not to approach the wild raccoon dogs, which have mysteriously appeared in Wales and previously terrorised locals and attacked animals in Nottinghamshire. Fox-like... And today, one of the wild fox-like creatures was captured and humanely destroyed in Carmarthenshire. What? I didn't even see that bit. They caught one and killed it. Jesus Christ.
So it's some giant raccoon?
Yeah, man. The local police said at the time, the dogs were potentially dangerous after villagers spent 2 hours chasing off the snarling and hissing creatures after they were woken by blood-curdling screams. The raccoon dog is closely related to the fox and is a member of the canine species despite having a face similar to that of a raccoon. It is the size of a medium-sized dog.
Run for your life! It doesn't look that threatening.
It's still, man. I don't know. I think if that came at me, I ain't fucking trying to fight it.
Just flail, just kick it or something. Just give it a boot.
Apparently, though, it's not illegal to keep them as pets. But RSPCA.
Oh God! Thank Christ!
But the RSPCA strongly discourages people from doing so. Got that fucking right.
Jesus Christ.
For me, as soon as I read the word raccoon and dog, I'm just like, right, Raccoon City zombie dog. And that's what I'm thinking they are. Like, they're zombie dogs.
Resident Evil shit, yeah. No, I understand. I get that. I hadn't seen that. Dog. That's fucking, I don't know. It's like, you know when they, like occasionally you'll see some shit of just like, it'll be an article that just says large wild cats, like black cat scene. It's like, you mean puma? You can't say puma because you know it's not a puma, but that's what you want us to think.
Oh, the Surrey puma.
The Surrey puma.
Yeah, you heard about the Surrey puma. That's a big one. That's an old big. My remember that mysterious Kingston book we did the episode on.
Yeah.
And your that had whole bits in there about the Surrey puma. Seen around Surrey.
I vaguely remember bits of it, but
appearing. There were actually, I think, there were sightings a couple of years ago, like which is obviously dead by now. There's a lot of Loch Ness Monster stuff as well kicking up, right?
I haven't seen any of that.
What? There's so many stories about Loch Ness Monster.
I have not read the news in about 6 months.
No, but I just see it on my many travels through the interwebs. And I think during lockdown, someone got what was meant to be like the clearest photo of Loch Ness Monster, and everyone was like, "No, it's this kind of fish, it's that kind of fish." And granted, it does look.
It's not a fish; it's a monster.
It does look. It did look different. What you got a photo of, but it's probably just some crazy ass fish. But a lot more people. There's been a few more photos and stuff. I just keep seeing stories about the Loch Ness Monster popping up. I wonder if it happens if I Google Loch Ness Monster.
I've just done it now.
What happened?
3 days ago, couple tried to save stricken sailor on Loch Ness. So someone's died.
Wow.
Loch Ness Football Club sell 800 certs worldwide in monster success.
Right. Interesting that is your Google search, because I just Googled Loch Ness Monster.
No, I just typed Loch Ness. Sorry.
I typed in Loch Ness Monster. Right. So the first story I'm getting is there's a photo circulating of what the Loch Ness Monster looks like, and that was a couple weeks ago. The return of the Loch Ness Monster. Like all these fucking stories popping up. The return of the Loch.
Attack of the Killer Tomato.
Got this monster after me. It's return of the Loch, and he's Scottish, if you please. Oh, Nessie. Just seemed interesting to me that just like, all these stories around sort of lockdown period of like you said, killer hornets, mega giant rats apparently coming out, and Loch Ness stories have been popping up, and fucking raccoon dogs popping up. It's just like wildlife is turning on you motherfuckers.
I saw a thing yesterday which was a play on the scene in Cabin in the Woods when the whole like the workers are all like trying to pick what the destroyer is going to be in the fucking when all the kids are in the cabin, and instead it's just taken out some of them and it just says in it like murder hornets, pandemic, like just
yeah, I hear that. I think I've seen a similar one to that, saying different things on the list. Yeah, because it's fucking all coming firing at us in fucking 2020.
We should go to Loch Ness. I think Ed would like. I'd
like to go to Loch Ness. Yeah, we'll go. Do you remember the film with Ted Danson?
Oh, fucking yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man, what a reference that is.
And what's his name? Ian Holm, the actor that died a couple of last month. The English actor who died last month.
No way.
He was in it as well. He played someone from like the National History
that
Museum
was
or something.
fucking stupid, that film. I'm starting to remember it now.
I remember loads of that film.
There's a bit where they actually see the Loch Ness Monster.
He gets a photo of it, doesn't he? But he does.
I don't know. I feel like he has like a close up of it and he tries to touch it. I don't know. Like,
he does. Yeah, and he gets a photo and he's taking it back to the museum to show it and save his job, and they all beg him not to do it. And he does it anyway. And right at the end, Ian Holm opens his envelope and he's got the pictures. He's like, oh my God, yes, he gave me the pictures. And it cuts to Ted Danson showing the evidence to the Natural History Museum. And he's actually got this little girl's drawings instead. Like, that was a big finale. Because the little girl in it was the girl that was in loads of films since she was that age. Like fucking War of the Worlds and stuff. And fucking like the little blonde girl that was in loads of fucking films. She was in it. Anyway, that's all I know about Loch Ness Monster movie.
I'd go, yeah, I think that'd be good. I think, you, me, and Ed should do that.
Yeah, go find them. Go find them.
Not go and find it, but like, just go and have a look, isn't it?
Just peek over the edge. Nah, it's not here, is it?
No, I can't see it. Oh, that was a waste of 17 hours of
we'd have to like get Ed to like make a Loch Ness. Or he'd take the Evlick costume he's made and he just gets in the water with it, and we just snag the fucking like the best picture of Loch Ness ever taken. Loch Ness wears paper mache face.
Fuck Loch Ness Monster. What's this?
Yeah, Loch Ness Monster found wearing Jedi dressing gown. Ed recently got a Jedi dressing gown for his birthday.
Oh, he loved it.
I showed Indiana the picture he sent us, and she literally was like, show me again, like loads all through the day. I do have another story, and it is not actually from 2020. I admit this one's a slightly older one. It has been on my list of things to discuss for so long, and it just getting pushed down the fucking list so much that I forgot it existed. Looked there the other day because lockdown dried up, and I was like, "Holy fuck! I want to talk about this." Like,
not another woman
two years ago.
To a chandelier, is it?
No, it's not. But the thing is, the story is older, but it's the judge's comments that kind of explain it all that I found very amusing.
Okay.
Woman woke up to a man pulling a Kinder egg full of heroin out of her vagina.
I beg your fucking pardon?
And then proceeded to torture him.
Please continue.
Now you see.
So she woke up.
She woke up, yes.
And this man was trying to remove a Kinder egg full of heroin from her
vagina. Yes.
Right. Did she know? You know what? I'm not
yes.
going to ask questions.
You know what?
We're too early in. I'm going to.
You know what?
Continue.
I'm not even going to like read out the whole story. I'm going to read out little bits, and I'm going to scroll down to the judge's like comments about it because that kind of sums everything up.
When you said judges, I thought it was like a TV show.
No, like a judge in court.
Like some sort of like magic contest.
So basically, there's this woman, Jodine Harvey, 38, and she woke up and experienced somebody pulling a Kinder egg out of her vagina, which was full of heroin. She did know it's full of heroin because she was doing heroin with the guy doing it, but she was so disorientated. So, the judge, Simon Carr, very close to Simon Cowell, as we made the quip about judges earlier. Judge fair. Simon Carr, who tried the pair, explained, oh mate, the picture of this woman, I know you guys can't see, it's a
oh my god! That is a dead person. That is a dead body.
She looks bad. So, judge says, this is him talking to obviously the people, the accused. At the time of all this, you were heavily addicted to Class A drugs. Mr. Rudder had a flat while neither of you had secure accommodation. During those days, you all took an extraordinary amount of drugs. It may seem what I say criticises Mr. Rudder, but that is not my intention. It simply goes to show the levels of which one sinks into when addicted. You've all gone to sleep having taken drugs for over 24 hours. You two were asleep on chairs when Mr. Rudder came in and tried to remove a Kinder egg of drugs from Miss Harvey. That Miss Harvey had in the vagina. It was not a sexual act, just one of someone's desperate to get their next fix.
Jesus
Miss
Christ.
Harvey woke up to find a man with his fingers in her vagina and in pitch black didn't know it was Mr. Rudder. Mr. Brown, you woke up and attacked the man and Mr. Rudder was the victim. Oh, it moved up then. He woke up and attacked the man. And Mr. Rudder was the victim of a sustained beating for which there can be no excusing. He was left with 17 fractured ribs, a punctured lung, and a lacerated spleen.
Jesus Christ.
All three of you then put this matter to one side and continued to take drugs and socialise with Mr. Rudder, having no idea how badly he was injured. It was a woefully unjustified, sustained and brutal attack.
Heroin, man. Fucking heroin.
Just
the
like,
worst of the worst.
I woke up and this man's got his fingers in my vagina in the middle of the night, pulling something out of me. The other guy wakes up, beats the fuck out of him badly. That's no joke, man. 17 fractured ribs, a punctured lung,
mate,
a
I didn't know there was even possible
spleen.
to have 17 ribs.
That's bad.
Jesus.
All fracture, 17. I don't know what it was. And then beat the fuck out of him, and then be like, oh, no, wait, I was just getting the fucking heroin out of a vag. Oh, right, well, let's all do drugs again.
Oh, yeah,
and
well, no, there's more heroin? Oh, then sweet. I was just like, well, I'm not sure if that's sweet. My entire torso is apparently fractured. Fucking hell. Drug addicts, man. It's this that they get that rush of adrenaline, and they don't know their own strength.
That's it. Yeah, that's all done. Yeah, well. So yeah, there you go. That was the Kinder Egg tale of fucking
Kinder Egg tales.
Vagina and heroin vagina.
Time for me to draw another egg up the arse fucking artwork.
Oh, no, up the arse, Joe. It was up the vagina.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm not drawing that then. That's... I don't think I can get away with that.
Draw us as heroin addicts, Joe. That wouldn't upset anyone or fucking... No, don't draw us as heroin
really try
addicts.
to upset people with my...
Yeah, don't draw us as heroin addicts. I wouldn't condemn such a thing. On that note, I'd be very upset in that situation if I was sat there doing my job. I sat there saying smoking some weed, and I saw that happen. I'd be very upset that the Kinder Egg wasn't in fact a Kinder Egg.
Greg, I'd be slightly concerned that you were hanging out with heroin addicts smoking weed.
Yeah, you guys got your poison, I got mine.
We're just on different trips, you know? Like, it's...
I remember when I worked in Summerfield and I was probably 16, 17, and I was having a cigarette outside the front, and some guy came up to me with a sausage roll he was eating, and he stood in front of me and started lecturing me on the dangers of smoking. And I'm just like, mate, I'm on a break, man, please. And he's just like, that's why I eat sausage rolls, so I don't smoke. And I'm like, right, okay. And he's like lecturing me on how I should eat sausage rolls instead of smoking cigarettes. Looking back, maybe he actually worked for Greg's. In fact, it wasn't even Greg's then. It was the Three Bakers next door, the Baker's Oven next door. Do you remember that bakery?
The Jolly Bakers?
Yeah, no, not the Jolly Bakers. I think it was like the Baker's Oven or the Three Bakers it was called.
Nice.
Anyway, and I remember he ended the conversation with, well, you've got your poison, I've got mine. With his fucking sausage roll. I think it actually did put me in the mood for a sausage roll.
I remember being approached by one of those sort of not a homeless person, but like someone who conducts surveys in the street and shit like that.
Okay.
But then they're actually
so definitely not a homeless person.
Yeah. I was about to say one of these street people, but I realised that just sounded like homeless. So I explained it before saying it. She was she came up to me, I was having a fag, and she was just like, have you ever considered not smoking? And I was just like, nope.
Yes, when I finished this one.
That's it. I was just like, I just remember looking, just being just like, no. And then, so it's obviously one of these people trying to get you to sign up for quitting smoking or whatever and stuff like that. And I was just like, look, I'm really not interested. Her final argument as to why I should was because if I didn't, I wouldn't be helping her fill her quota.
Well, she's just being honest.
Really, you don't actually care about anything that's going on inside me right now. You just want me to be a name on your sheet so that you get fucking commission or whatever.
At least she's being honest about it, but yeah, it
wasn't even honest though. It was just sort of
Yeah,
by
you
that
need to
point,
help
it was
me.
just you're trying so hard that you're willing to actually show me how much of a shit you don't give.
You should just be like, oh, I'm sorry, is your argument here, is your forte here to try and appeal to my better nature?
Yeah, because that's long gone.
Oh, no, sorry. Unless you're Greg or Ed, you don't get that shit.
Yeah.
Or Lucy.
Yeah. And then she's just like, who? It's not important.
You can get my better nature. Doesn't matter, it hasn't happened yet.
What are you talking about? It's just you're not going to get it. You're just not going to get it.
You don't understand. She's like, you know what? I'll leave you to it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember in Walton, I always used to get fucking people saying shit about me smoking. I used to just stand like, you've been to Walton.
I have been to Walton.
You got the entrance of the sort of walk through like shopping centre bit.
Yes.
And I always used to hang out there, like away from my shop, and just smoke. I told the story once about how the people from the church surrounded me and said a prayer for me. That was weird.
Yeah,
I thought about it the other day. Actually, I was thinking about the amount of times of like, or the things that I saw whilst on a fag break. Like, because it came up in all my Facebook memories. Like in the last like month or so, I've just had like so many come through. There was the time I saw a kid having a shit fit, and his dad threatened to put take his, like, this kid was going full on, like having an absolute tantrum, and I heard his dad go like, if you carry on like this, I'm putting your scooter in the bin. So the kid's still going, and all of a sudden all I hear is just conk, and the dad put the kid's scooter in the bin.
Wow.
And I was just like, yes, Dad.
Man,
That
we
was a
say
good
that shit to Indiana, but I know tell like Lizzie has put stuff in the bin, but we've gotten it out.
Oh
like,
my god, it was amazing.
afterwards.
It was so fucking amazing to see.
Man.
There was a time where a guy was having trouble like unlocking a fucking a shopping trolley. It was all like stuck inside each other, and he was just there going like, come on, come on. And then like I walked past it laughing. On my way out, he's walking in with a basket, and it's just like, couldn't even do it. You'd be shit on Crystal Maze. Yeah, man. I saw all the sights and all the sounds.
Fucking hell. Stopped multiple times to be told to stop smoking.
Yeah. I also saw once a dance-off between a person dressed as the Nando's mascot versus like Pudsey the bear.
I saw a guy have dance off dressed as the Nando mascot. It must be something they asked him to do. I saw him doing it in an airport. I think he was obviously in the Nando's airport. I think it's nice going to Malta in the morning. We'd played a gig at the Cox the night before, and I was going to Malta the next day. It's when I shaved my beard off the first time in years. I know that. And I remember the night we did the gig, I'd shaved my head and I trimmed my beard really short, and I actually shaved it a lot lower, so it would be easier to shave off in the morning before I went to the airport.
Why did you shave it? What were you like?
I just decided I wanted to clean shave and just let it, just because I was there for like a week, 2 weeks or whatever. I just wanted to just not worry about it.
Greg, you weren't there for a week or 2 weeks. You were there for 40 shits.
That's true, actually. I was only there for 5 days.
I was there for 40 shits.
40 shits and 5
40
nights.
40 shits and 40 shites.
I was saying to Lizzie, I was like, even though I'm going to talk about it in the podcast, and obviously I've already told Joe was getting live updates throughout the entire trip. Whenever I was in the hotel room with Wi-Fi, Joe was getting shit updates from me.
Yeah, man. You were like giving me like daily like totals.
Yeah.
I felt like we were doing like, you see those like semi-celebrities that are all like always like advertising like, oh, get into like stocks and stuff like on Instagram and shit. I felt like you were sending me like your daily fucking like coverings. Just
6
like,
today.
Yeah, done 18 today. I was like, whoa, big day.
I remember I was like, don't tell anyone, that's embarrassing. I don't know what's going on with my stomach. Something's not agreeing with me here. Blah 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 blah. And then I literally remember like getting home and like we went to our mum and dad's where we were living at the time, and I walked out the room and I heard Lizzie straight away go, he did 40 shits in 20 days. And like Lizzie's mum was like, you need to get a doctor, you need to get in touch with a local doctor, you need to see a doctor.
I mean, that is
and they were really worried and discussing it, and I'm like, fuck's sake.
I was potentially going to tell you to go and get your prostate checked, in all honesty.
I think
it's an obscene amount.
I think it was the coffee there.
Yeah,
I think it was the coffee.
Yeah.
You know what? It would have been higher if Lizzie let me count the ones I did in the airport once we landed in the UK, because there was a lot before we got out of the airport. But she was the one that, when I was like, I've done like 32 shit, she was like, you reckon you can get to 40? She was the one who was like gearing it on.
Yeah, man, she was like your fucking coach in the corner.
Yeah. You're a wrecking machine! Just the other side of the other side of the closed door.
Because I was about to say it.
Oh dear. She's like the other side of the closed door. She's like, listen, come on. And I'm just like, I hurt. It stings.
It's just like a montage. Just do a montage of you shitting and her just being like, come on, like a stopwatch. Just like. It's not quick enough.
Yeah, I really like fading in and out shots of me shitting, just like my face straining. But like, the only thing that occasionally it changes camera angle, fading in and out. My t-shirt changes like occasionally.
No, I'm thinking of you like in the corner of a boxing ring, just like that, and she's like rubbing your shoulders and like squeezing water in your mouth, and then you just hear ding ding, and you get up and just sit on a toilet.
Oh, that's it. I'm already on it. As soon as ding ding goes, I'm just shitting in the corner. I stay where I am. I just rest my shoulders. Like,
no, that's your resting. That's your resting place.
Yeah,
you get a 2-minute rest.
The ring's one big fucking plug hole. Maybe that's the artwork. Me sat on the toilet in a corner of a ring while you rub my shoulders behind me as a coach. And I'm like, I'm sat in the corner of the ring.
Squeezing water into your mouth.
But I'm sat like in the corner of the ring, but I'm sat on the toilet. And instead of gloves, I've got like rolls of toilet paper in my hand.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I don't know what we'd call it, but would be the...
Do not care, mate. Do not care.
That would be the...
Oh, God. I'm sweating. I've been laughing so much.
That's good. That's what it's all about. And it's fucking beautiful fucking day today as well. Fuck me.
Yeah, it's sweltering today.
It is a blue-skied, lovely, lovely fucking day out. And we're actually doing this podcast a lot earlier. It's actually, at the time of recording, only 6:15. Whereas usually, we don't usually start doing this till like 8, half 8 at night once Indiana's asleep and all that bollocks. But they're not here with me this evening, so I managed to start a podcast
Give away all your details, mate. Yeah, that's it. You're home alone.
Yeah,
this is what happened to Pop Smoke. You know that.
Yeah, this goes out in 3 weeks. I'm still not going to be home alone. Oh my God, 3 weeks ago when you recorded this, he was home alone. Let's roll quickly.
Let's just hope for the best.
And who are these people?
I don't know. Like, it's the burglars from Home Alone, apparently.
The fucking raccoon dogs around the corner listening in with the killer hornets. And the big
they're in like a van with a load of like hearing like equipment.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The hornets flying around in here, the mic on its back. And the rats are all behind the curtains listening with their fucking little mics. Oh, I had, quickly, our washing machine stopped working briefly last week. Or was it this week? This week. And on Tuesday, someone came to fix it. And it was like, fuck, I didn't even think about it at the time till he arrived. But I was like, I've not really spoken to anyone who I don't know for a long time.
You're in a circle and all that.
Or had anyone else in my house that I don't know. Like, it was a weird... I didn't even think about it. He came in and he couldn't do it at one point. He left and I was like, right, okay, he's gone. This is done. Then he came back and I had to clear all the cupboard out so we could reach it. It was a whole faff. Anyway, he pulled out the washing machine and I just put some washing out on the line. And I was like, right, I'll go sit in the front room while he's doing the washing machine. And when I came back in, he'd put the washing machine sideways across the door to get out of the kitchen. And I was like, I guess I'm staying in here with the guy then.
So, no, where do you think you're going?
So I sat down and I was like, I started looking at my phone and I'm like, I can't not say it. I just feel awkward. I need to say something. I can't.
Was it like being in the back of a cab?
It was worse because he was in my kitchen. Like,
been on long, hey?
Yeah.
How many drops?
That literally was my first question. Busy during lockdown, were ya?
Fucking hell. You know what, mate? You want to really throw him off and just be like,
it worked.
Do you like football?
It worked.
Just go with always intro. Go with a football one. I remember when I moved out like the first time from my mum and dad's place.
Yeah.
When I was going to go and live with Kaz, so that like this removal guy came and like picked up all my shit, and my mum and dad like were helping as well. So they loaded up their car and we loaded up this van and took all my stuff over.
Yeah.
And I got in the van with the two guys, and I think I want to say that they were as hungover as I was.
Yeah,
because they came up they turned up and mum and dad was like, "Do you want a tea or coffee?" I was just like, "No, just water, please." And I was like, "Oh, this guy's steaming, definitely sweet water."
Yeah.
So we're in the van for a fair bit, we get stuck in traffic, and it's just like, "Oh, we should have gone a different way." Blah blah blah. And the guy just turns to me and was just like football. And I was like, yeah, Spurs. He was just like, yeah, Leicester. It was like the year that Leicester won as well.
Right, yeah.
And I was just like, oh, fucking no way, mate. You guys are doing like absolutely. And it was just like for an hour football conversation.
I couldn't hold on. I couldn't.
I can hold my own, mate. I did it in New York once. It was fucking ridiculous. 2 American guys like telling me about Man City, and I was just like,
oh, mate. I did it in Budapest once with a guy at the hostel. Fucking
so easy.
And I was so fucked as well. And luckily, I happened to have seen the games that were just relevant. Anyway, what the fuck are we talking about?
Football. No.
Oh yeah,
the
I
washing
did.
machine
I
guy.
did.
Sorry, yeah.
So I was like being busy during lockdown, and to be fair, it worked. A conversation ensued, and he was saying how he was only off for 3 weeks, and we chatted about what it was like driving during lockdown, what it was like doing this. And
You offer him a tea or coffee?
And yeah, I did offer him a tea or coffee. He didn't want one. And then we got onto the point of we started talking about pubs. He's like,
Nice.
been to a pub? He's like, been to a pub yet? And I'm like, nah, not yet, mate, not mate. And he was just like, give me all that. He's like, yeah, I went to one. It was near us, up in Cheam, whatever it was. He's like, walked past, this pub? I can't remember the name of it. We know the landlady walked past, it was open. Sat outside, couple of pints of Guinness. It was lovely, really chilled, down around. Sat outside. We didn't book anything. We knew the landlady, no Apple, no that bollocks. Just brought them out for us. We just sat outside, a couple of pints of Guinness. And then I went home. That's all I needed. And I'm like, oh, right, yeah, well, the pubs I want to go to, it's not as simple as that. I usually drink here in Surbiton. Oh, I know there's pubs. So then he got a ticket in Surbiton for the first time ever.
Oh, fucking hell.
And during lockdown, he'd just been parking wherever because no one gave a fuck.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And he's like, you can tell it's back to normal now. I've got a parking ticket in Surbiton.
That's everything, yeah. Everything has resumed.
And I did say to him, oh, actually, the pub I drank in a lot of the time in Kingston was the Fighting Cocks. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know that place, which is fine. But he kept
skinhead pub, innit? Yeah.
But he kept calling it the Fighting Cock. Oh, yeah, the Fighting Cock. Yeah, I remember the Fighting Cock. And he's like working on the washing machine. It kind of went quiet for a minute. I heard him again go, yeah, the old Fighting Cock. Yeah, I remember that one. And it was just like, I didn't want to be like Cox because I don't really,
imagine that he just came out. He was just like, and all of like delayed as well, like.
And he's just like, you
imagine
what, mate?
if it was just complete silence, and you just went Cox,
and he was just like, yeah, what, mate? What?
Yeah.
I'm not into that, mate.
You a puffed or something?
That literally reminds me of when I've definitely told this story before, but it never leaves my head. When I was serving a guy when I worked at Tommy Hilfiger a pair of new fucking swimming shorts, and he knew what he wanted. There wasn't much selling. He knew what he wanted when he came in. He's at the till. He's really buying the fucking things. Didn't even try mine. He knows what he wants. This man is fucking in, and he wants to be out. And I'm putting him through the till, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, scan them. And he's like, I had a pair. They were the best swim shorts I ever had, and I lost them. Like, and I should have been like, why you're in the water? Like, anyway. And I was just like, oh yeah. So he's like, I lost them, so I desperately wanted to come out and get a new pair. And he's looking at his phone the whole time, and I'm like, oh right, okay, yeah. And I went to say, get a new pair, and something else at the same time. And I literally said the word new gammy to him. And he was just like, yeah, I lost the last pair. Like, and I was like, yeah, new gammy. And I knew I'd said the word new gammy. And and there was a merchandiser in the shop, and she heard me say it. She witnessed the whole thing. She was right next to me, like fucking like taking hangers out of clothes. And I was like, yeah, but well, new gammy. And he literally, not even a delay, didn't look up from his phone, no delay to pause, just like, well, that's it, mate, isn't it? Exactly, spot on.
Couldn't agree more, mate, in all honesty. No.
And I'm just like, fuck, I got away with that. Yo, well, new gammy, mate, that is it, isn't it?
Yeah, new gammy, innit? New gammy.
And then as soon as he left, the merchandiser was like, new gammy? He didn't even notice. Like, he just agreed with you. That was like...
It's the island opposite New Guinea. Papua New Guinea, sorry. Welcome to Papua New Guinea.
It's the new gammon you can get in Waitrose. It's really good.
Or it's just like, I don't know, a way to describe dickheads. Fucking look at that gammy.
Look at that gammy fucker.
Look at that gammy fucker.
Whenever, I used to find it quite funny, whenever there was a tattoo studio and they would put up like a picture of a tattoo that was on a guy's foot, like... I'd look through the comments because there's always going to be one. It doesn't happen as much. A few years ago, you'd see it all the time on like tattooed guys' feet. Somebody was definitely going to comment simply saying "gammy foot." And I used to like look for it. I found it so
like,
fucking
dudes' feet are fucking gammy. Like I've got a toe that's like 90 degrees in the wrong direction. Like
oh man.
It's just like it's like on its side. It's like my little toe. It's not like the nail is not like on the top. It's like to the side.
Oh god, 90 degrees in the wrong direction.
I mean, it could. I use it
to get home when I'm lost.
Like I've got like one of my toenails. Like you know how like a toenail should just be like straight, and then like the toenail bits here, like at the top. Like mine's just kind of sort of like to the like 45 degree. Like it's just my feet are fucked, dude. Basically.
Yeah, well, likewise.
I'd like
retail,
I'd very
mate.
much
Retail,
like to
mate.
remove
Sensible shoes.
all
Stood
of
up
my
all day.
toenails and just let them sort of like grow back.
I hear that.
Slightly more normal.
I hear that. Or just get rich in surgery. I want my teeth and my toes done, and my tits.
Teeth. Yeah, I gotta get my
I
teeth
want my
done.
my teeth, tits, and toes, please.
It's been requested that my teeth get sorted, but I was just like, well, all right, I'll find a job first. Like,
It's being requested.
I just got like, I've got like a lot of holes and fuck teeth, so I just need to get it like organised. But yeah,
Organised.
Sort it out, innit?
Jesus. As Joe was talking about that, he leaned over and picked up something really small. I heard it made like a sort of tink noise, and he picked it up. I literally thought you were picking up a tooth.
Nah, I
the way you were just like, yeah, you saw it out. Anyway, here's one of my teeth that
I
fell out
coughed up
this
some
morning.
phlegm, in all honesty, and I've just been trying to sort of dispose of it.
Oh, man. He's gone for the mangas can.
It's a stubborn bugger.
It is, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Fucking Jesus.
I remember being at Summerfield at the supervisor's desk, which is like at the front of the supermarket, with the assistant manager. And I remember chatting to her, and during the conversation, I coughed, and a phlegm came up into my mouth. And I remember she instantly was like, "Don't you dare swallow that!" Like instantly,
What else am I going to do with it?
She's like, "Get outside and spit it out, or go upstairs." Do upstairs. Like I just fucking taking a shot in the mouth. Okay.
I remember once when I worked in Jessop's, like when this was like when I worked in the little one.
Yeah.
And I don't really know. Like basically, like a lot of shit fucking happened where basically I was just left to it in that place. Like I was basically in charge.
It's where I'd see you outside having your cigarette on the bench when I worked.
Yeah, that was just because I was basically like I was just like I need to fucking sort this out because it's fucking me up.
Yeah.
But basically, like, so our store was getting. It was a tiny store, not a lot of staff, and then basically a lot of the staff left, and then like the manager was abruptly removed from his role.
Yeah.
And they were just like, well, we're not going to hire anyone else because, in all honesty, this store is going to close down. I was like, brilliant. But I had like some temporary staff during the meantime, and this one guy that I worked with, he was a really cool guy. We got on. He liked. He was into like. He says, I remember once we went out for like beers on a Monday. And he was just like, I was like, do you want another? And it was like, about like, I don't know, like 10:45, 10:30, something like, it was not late. So I was like, do you want another? And he was just like, oh, no, I can't. I've got to get home. I was like, oh, why? It's early. It's just like, you promise you're not going to laugh? And I was just like, I can't promise that. And he was just like, me and my housemates are watching wrestling. And I was just like, you know what? I'm all right with that. Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh,
Toodaloo.
Okay, goodbye.
I was like, can I come?
Oh, wow. I wish I could watch wrestling.
But I remember, like, me and him were having, like, a conversation or something, and I don't know if I was, like, grinding my teeth or, like, I had, like, bitten my nail and I was fucking chewing it, but, like, halfway through his sentence, he just went, can you stop doing that, please? I was just like, no.
It's who I is.
Yeah. It's who I am. It's what I am.
God, this episode is literally. I feel this episode. When I hear this back when I'm editing it, I feel I'm going to hear like 45 minutes ago us about to tell a story and setting it up, but then it's sparking. Oh, I remember when, and then we've just been on this 45-minute spiral.
No. We did all right. That started off like that, and then we clocked in with Geezedrops.
Right. I kind of feel like we've just been like constantly setting up stories that remind us of other stories, and we've just been tagging him out of these red. I remember I sat here and she had a red t-shirt. Another story about red. Oh, yeah, I've got a story about red.
Oh, simply red. Yes.
Yes. I'm one of the thousands of women he slept with.
That's one of my favourite intros that we've ever done at that one. When it was you found like we were talking about Simply Red and how his
of course,
and then it was just like he slept with loads of women, and when you googled it, and immediately the first thing you saw was just like Simply Red apologises to thousands of women.
There was a recently on the Kevin Smith Fat Man Beyond podcast, they talked about obviously Joel Schumacher dying, director of Batman Forever, Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
he did Phone Booth, loads of famous films. He passed away.
Fucking hell, do you remember Phone Booth?
Yeah, Colin Farrell. It was meant to be Jim Carrey at one point in that film. Anyway, I was about to get sidetracked to another conversation. Joel Schumacher died, and he had claimed that he had slept with, was it 2,000 men he had slept with? 2,000 men he had slept with?
Do those 2,000 men know?
Joel Schumacher, right? Yeah, Schumacher. Right, Joel Schumacher. I'm going to put sleeps with men.
What is this, a toilet? At school?
Joel, here we go. Yeah, director Joel Schumacher says he's had sex with up to 20,000 partners.
20,000?
Yeah, 20,000 men.
Fucking hell. Eazy-E got HIV and he only banged women, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That guy is living on the edge.
Yeah, he has sex with 20. He reckons he has sex over 20,000 men. And on the podcast, Kevin Smith, they tried to work out like his age. He would have started sleeping with men and try to do the maths to figure out how many he would have to sleep with.
That could be more like sexual partners than Gene Simmons.
It's big. Well, I mean, Gene Simmons still go, I guess. Schumacher sadly passed away. But yeah, that just randomly thought of that when we were saying about Simply Red and his partners. Go on, Joel Schumacher.
20,000.
Yeah,
mate, that is a big. Mate, that's a lot.
yeah.
Like Joel Schumacher is a fucking hoe.
Look at him fucking worn to the fucking stump.
What a fucking slut.
This was my penis. Good luck to him always. He's passed away now, but good on him.
What from?
He had just 21.
Bad heart?
No, I don't know what it was. I was going to make a really weird sex joke.
It was the 20,000 and
I think it was cancer.
First person.
I think it was a cancer that got him, unfortunately.
A cancer.
Yeah.
Tick applicable.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah,
Fucking
very
hell.
sad. But yeah, good on him. Fucking. But they were working out, and it was like 3 times a day or something. It was insane, or less, some sort of weird fucking
Fuck me. That's wild.
Good on him.
That's all right. Well,
before that happened, I was about to.
Here's to Joel Schumacher.
I was about to wrap up the episode, and then we started talking about other stuff, and then here we are at Joel Schumacher having sex with 20,000 men. Yeah, that's been a.
Greg,
there were a couple of news stories in there, but that was just a tumbling down a conversation fucking rabbit hole, wasn't it?
This is fine by me, but just to end on a slightly weird note, have you ever thought about the possibility of like being put in a room with all of your previous sexual partners?
Yeah,
it's a terrifying thought.
Yeah. Why are you
doing
doing that?
I don't want to see half of them.
Are you doing that? Why?
What? Right now? Like.
No, I had that horrible dream that we definitely talked about in one of the very first episodes.
I remember you saying, yeah.
That horrendous dream where I was sat tied up to a chair, my eyes held wide open so I couldn't close my eyes, facing a massive screen, and behind me, I was facing the audience, who was everyone I'd had any sexual encounter with right at the front. They're like my mum, my dad, my family, all, and then just like, so sexual encounters first, then like everyone I've ever met, worked with, known, Facebook friends with, Instagram follow, everyone I've ever known in this big fucking room, facing me, and behind me is a massive screen showing my face at close up through every like sexual orgasm or fucking moment I've had, with just playing over it, and that nightmare fucked me up, man. That nightmare fucked me up. It's been years, and I still carry that with me. And it was like comical offense, like boing, doing, like fucking carry that with me, man. That was a horrible fucking dream.
Oh God.
But yes, I'd say that does bring us to the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, it's back to the studio. It's back to the studio.
I could do this all day.
That was a lot of fun, actually. I enjoyed that. I like the last couple of episodes, just chatting, fucking chat.
This was I do enjoy it when we just sort of don't really have a planned thing. I mean, I know obviously you had a couple of
stories.
And stuff.
Yeah. I did have some more, but I was like, you know what?
It's the things that those stories generate.
Exactly.
It pinpoints something inside us that makes us just think like, oh,
makes
hang on,
us
I remember
feel alive.
Specific.
That's it exactly.
No, that was great. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You're awesome.
Thank you. Oh, no, and that's all you were, Joseph. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. I know we've been talking a lot about we're going to do an Ian Beale episode, and maybe we should that like, maybe we should do the Ian Beale one like next.
Yeah, I do have. Or you might have to help me find some stuff for that.
yeah, no problem at all. I'll you ping me what you got, and I can fill in the gaps.
I'll send you the one article I have then.
I will. I can do the history of Ian Beale. I can do that episode.
Really?
You have a night off, Greg.
You heard it, listeners. Joe is going to do the history of Ian Beale. That's fucking shit.
Yeah, not Adam, whatever fucking name is.
Woodgate, whoever it is, Woodart or something.
Yeah, not that. No, we weren't. Just the Beale.
That's the Beale. The Billmeister.
Keep it real,
Grandmaster
like Ian
Bill. Yeah, that was his tagline, weren't it?
No, I don't think that really was the tagline.
No, it was. No, it was. It was. That was his he ran for like a councillor or something.
Oh God, he did, didn't he?
And that was recently, and that was his tagline: "Keep Ian Bill, keeping it real."
Ugh.
That was it. All right. I say, bring us in the episode. Thanks for listening, everyone. I, of course, have been Greg Armstrong.
And I've been Joe. Tell Summer to leave Freddie alone, Jackson.
Fuck you, Freddie.
Lovely.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.